I hope that you and your families are all well and remaining healthy. At the Programme Master's business meeting last month, he extended his personal good wishes to you all with the hope of a speedy resumption to normality as soon as circumstances reasonably permit. He asked particularly that his good wishes be brought to the attention of everyone. For my part, I echo those good wishes. I cannot believe how quickly time is passing by. It's now over 2 months since our meetings were suspended. I know from our regular conversations just how many of you are missing our social interactions and champing at the bit to return to a regular pattern of meetings. This is why we've issued guidance on remote lodge gatherings. As you'll appreciate, the infrastructure and work behind the scenes carries on unabated, and having written to Worshipful Masters and some key officers in your lodge, I thought that I would take this opportunity of bringing you up to speed with where we are. Whilst a lot of thought and attention is being given as to how Freemasonry will return to normal when the suspension is lifted, obviously at the moment none of us can predict with any certainty the time frame we should be dealing with and the level of confidence which will be necessary to reassure many of our members. I anticipate that in the short term, even ensuring that meetings are quorate may be a challenge for some lodges. You will recall that prior to suspension we did give provincial guidance on how to avoid unnecessary risk, and we will be revisiting that advice in light of national experience. We do need to move forward steadily as one cohesive entity. I do hope that you are supporting your lodge almoner and care teams as we work through the pandemic together. I suspect that the demands placed upon them have never been greater as they support our lodge brethren, their families, our widows, and particularly all those who are suffering isolation and financial hardship. I know that the regular contact they receive is very much appreciated. Irrespective of when the current lockdown is eased, the financial impact will endure for some time to come, and together with heads of other orders, we have been actively looking to make modest additional funds available to tide over those experiencing unexpected COVID-related hardship. Any requests for assistance will be handled in the normal way by the BMC Application Committee, and they will decide how best we can respond. Now, whilst the financing of any lodge is a matter for its members and for them alone, nevertheless I am aware that there will be concerns about disposable income and taking on an increasing financial burden in a time of uncertain economic outlook. So I have written to lodge treasurers to encourage them to be as flexible as they can be with financial considerations and timescales, without putting their lodges at unnecessary financial risk or exposure. I'm grateful to you all for what you are doing and heartened by the creativeness of local lodge initiatives that maintain the engagement and enjoyment of all as much as possible. Equally, I appreciate the work that is being done to support those potential new members whose initiations have been postponed. It is important that we maintain contact with them as much as we can, so that they feel the warmth of being part of a caring organisation which we recognise and that epitomises Freemasonry. I also hope that you'll be aware of what we as Freemasons are doing for the wider community, both nationally and in the province in response to the pandemic. Significant sums of money have been made available for bids from provinces through regional communications groups to support COVID-19 initiatives. We have played our full part in this initiative, and I am grateful to my hastily convened COVID charity focus group for all the work that they are doing in assisting others in need and for pulling together our response. Finally, to quote the words of the Deputy Grand Master, we are one organisation, and by working together as one in teams of mutual support, we have a brighter future. So I thank you for all that you are doing. I wish you and your lodges every success in meeting our current challenges. Please keep yourselves and your families safe, and I look forward to meeting with you again as soon as possible.